Home white uniforms as they look to bounce back from a tough loss at the hands of the Hoxie Indians as they welcome to town the Ellis Railroaders in the Battle of Big Creek. A good Friday night as we welcome you into Al Billinger Fieldhouse where the TMP-Marian Monarchs take on the Ellis Railroaders. The Monarch boys come into this contest 5-2 while Ellis is 7-0. I'm Jonathan Swigert along with our producer and engineer Rachel Fox of the KHAZ studios and also our Hayes Post producer and engineer Jake Powell. Last time out, TMP lost by 6 in a hard-fought matchup with state-ranked Hoxie, who is number 1 in Class 2A. It was a 60-54 matchup with the TMP Monarchs coming up short. For Ellis, they moved to 7-0 their last time out as they pulled away for a 17-point win over Smith Center, winning 67-50. The Monarchs have picked up a tough-fought win between these two teams here at Al Billinger Fieldhouse a year ago as the Monarchs try and pick up another win here as they have won 6 of the last 7 meetings. But you have to go back just 2 years ago in which the Railroaders came away with the victory. So once again, it's the Monarchs and the Railers in a battle of Big Creek. All teams trying to gain some momentum heading into the Mid-Continent League Tournament. We'll take a break. When we come back, Coach Bill Mayer joins us next on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at CompareMyCoverage.com.
Back into Al Billinger Fieldhouse, more of our pregame shows. We're joined now by Coach Bill Mayer. His thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, fantastic matchup against Hoxie last time out on Tuesday. It was a hard-fought matchup. You knew it would be. A couple of days removed. What's your thoughts?
You know, we've talked a lot as a team about how this can be a really good thing for us, and you know, it's maybe our first big punch in the face, and we get an opportunity to decide how we respond to that punch, and so tonight we get another really good opponent, and we'll see what our response is. You know, teams can go one direction or the other when that happens, and I like our guys, and I think our character's going to put us in the right place.
And I wondered how practice has been. What's the response been like even at practice? Because you talked about it. I mean, that's that game felt like a playoff game.
Yeah, and so it was good for us. I mean, we had some decent practices in getting ready for our next game. You know, I think there's frustration, and we got to let it go that you can't go back and undo things. You just got to move forward and those sort of things. I think when the brackets came out, and there was an opportunity if we do some things right to get another opportunity at Hoxie. I think that perked them up a little bit. So, you know, I think they're responding well. We'll find out tonight if we made some progress or if we got to keep working.
You know, against them, we talked about, too, how difficult it was with their big guy inside. I know you guys went in with a game plan and then, you know, looked like try to change it a little bit. Did you like with the development that you saw with your group on just trying to change things in game and how it's went?
Yeah, and you know, like I said after the game, that's on us coaches too to make sure we got a better plan going in, and that's the first time we've seen him, and I mean, he was a force, and especially the way they let him play and let us play that night, it made it even more dominant for that. So we've got a few things that we added to be able to counter some of that stuff, but there were some things that we thought would work, and then very quickly he blew those up. And so I am proud of our guys for adjusting in the middle of the game and continuing to try to find a way to compete. But I think that there's some things we learned out of that as well.
doesn't get any easier tonight. Ellis, a very good basketball team, and some people think maybe they're the best in the league coming into the league tournament. What do you expect to see from them?
Yeah, and an Ellis team, especially, they've got one of the greatest coaches around. They're going to play incredibly tough. They're going to play together. They're going to play hard-nosed basketball. Every time we play them, it is absolutely a war. And it's a game our kids look forward to, and I think they look forward to. So I think it's going to be what we think it's going to be, and it's going to be a possession game, and it's going to be really tough.
And for the first time this year, going to play at Albellinger Fieldhouse. That's something new. Only the second time you got to wear the whites?
Yeah, absolutely. And so it'll be a neat experience for our kids to get into our own building and kind of get into a normal rhythm a little bit. We'll just see how everybody responds with everything.
And finally, what's key? What do you got to do to get a victory?
I think the key is offensive execution. Can we get each time on offense the shot that we want as a team? And then I think rebounding, as always, is going to be a big key for us as well.
All right, good luck. We'll chat with you afterwards.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
One more after this here from Albellinger Fieldhouse on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
For the first time this year, the TMP-Marian boys get a matchup at home as they welcome to town the Ellis Railroaders in a battle of Big Creek. A good Friday night as we welcome you back into Albellinger Fieldhouse on our Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show where the Monarch boys get set for a meeting with the Ellis Railroaders. Hertz Rent-A-Car serving you from 609 East 8th Street. So they've got clean, high-quality vehicles with many options. If you need more room for a family vacation or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for your next business trip, call 785-623-4116 for your reservation. Our final game of the night tonight is going to be a fantastic matchup between the unbeaten Ellis Railroaders at 7-0 and the TMP-Marian Monarchs, who are 5-2 and 2-1 on the season. Time for us now to take a quick look at the Railers, led by head coach Mark Eck. In his third season, they are 7-0, 3-0 in the MCL, following a 17-point win at Smith Center their last time out. For Ellis, they are led by Brady Fricky, averaging 16 points per game. Daniel Eck chipping in more than 12 per contest as well. For the Railers on the year, 7-0. That includes winning the Castle Rock Classic in Quinter. And after finishing 15-11 and 4-2 in the MCL a year ago, already out to that 7-0 start. Quick look around the Mid-Continent League tonight. So look around the MCL is brought to you by HayesPost.com. Of course, the Mid-Continent League tournament begins tomorrow. That includes a TMP Feather Bracket appearance against the Smith Center Redmen. Elsewhere tonight, the Hoxie Indians play host to Oberlin. That's in a non-league game as the two former Northwest Kansas League foes go at it tonight in Hoxie. Elsewhere, Oakley at Trigo tonight. Phillipsburg on the road at Phillipsburg on the road at Norton. That should be a good one and a fun little rivalry matchup there. And then Hill City playing host to Stockton. Smith Center was scheduled to play Republic County, but they are dealing with some COVID issues there in Belleville. That's been a look around the MCL, brought to you by HayesPost.com. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with starting lineups from Albellinger Fieldhouse. After this, so the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See a Shelter agent Dustin Shoemaker for details. TMP-Marian Monarchs and the Ellis Railroaders do battle here in this Mid-Continent League matchup from Outbillinger Fieldhouse as we welcome you back in. Top four is now to take a look at our starting lineups here on the pregame show. We start with the Ellis Railroaders and Coach Mark Eck. They will go with Daniel Eck. He's a 6-foot senior, along with Tyson Jimenez. He's the 5'10 junior. Brady Fricky, a 5'10 senior. Sam Honus is the 6-foot junior. Matthew Beaker is a 6'1 senior. Monarchs go with Lucas Lang, Jace Whitling, Bryce Seib, Jackson Schulte, and Dylan Worth. Back with tip-off and the start of this one after this on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wertenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
The TMP-Marian Band performing our national anthem ahead of our boys game as we welcome you back in to the Monarch Sports Network on 99.5 KHAZ here at HayesPost.com. They are going to run through the starting lineups on the floor so we can go ahead and do so once again for you. Again, Coach Mark Eck will go with Daniel Eck, Tyson Jimenez, along with Brady Fricky, Sam Honus, and Matthew Beaker. Coach Bill Mayer will go with Lucas Lang, Jason Whitling, along with Bryce Seib, Jackson Schulte, and Dylan Worth. For the Ellis Railroaders, as I mentioned before in the pregame show, they are led by Brady Fricky, averaging 16 points per contest, while Daniel Eck averaging 12 points per game. For the TMP Monarchs, they are led by Jackson Schulte at more than 20 points per contest. He scored in double figures in 6 of the 7 meetings here 6 of the 7 games so far this year. And Dylan Worth also having a good season in his sophomore year, averaging nearly 11 points to go along with his 6 rebounds per contest. So the Monarchs and the Railers getting set to do battle here in this one. The officials still running through the starting lineups on the floor. Monarchs will be in those home white uniforms. They have the Monarchs across the front in the blue, trimmed in gray. Meanwhile, Ellis will be in their road black uniforms with the orange railers and numbers trimmed in white. That's our uniform update. It's brought to you by Phase 2. From business polos to team gear, your first choice should be Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery with no minimum order plus quick turnaround time. Phase 2 screen printing and embroidery just off Vine Street on 22nd Street next to Big D's Rental in Hayes. The Ellis Railroaders, so again led by head coach Mark Eck, have won 2 in a row over the TMP, or rather TMP has won the last meeting between these two teams. It was 55-51, and in fact you have to go back 2 years ago the last time that the Ellis Railroaders had defeated the TMP-Marian Monarchs. That was back on January 4th of 2019. TMP in fact has won 6 of the last 9 meetings with the Railroaders since joining the Mid-Continent League. So we're just about ready to get this one underway here from Al Billinger Fieldhouse. Monarchs trying to bounce back from that loss to the Hoxie Indians, ranked number 1 in Class 2A, while Ellis is ranked number 7 in Class 2A. So just about ready to get this one underway. Should be a fantastic matchup. Before we get this one started, we owe you a station break. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Monarch Sports Network. It is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. Can you guys sit down when the game starts? You're good. When the game starts. Thank you. So Monarchs and the Railers just about ready to get this one underway. Ellis, of course, is the visitor. We'll shoot down to our right here in this first half, and we'll start with the basketball. Meanwhile, the Monarchs will go from our right to left here in this one. So we welcome you aboard here in this one as Jimenez will run the point for the Ellis Railroaders as he'll get it right side for Brady Fricky, their leading scorer. Hands it off to Eck, who's their second leading scorer. They work it back to Fricky, who will get in between the circles, kick it off to the baseline for Beaker. Beaker now kicks it out for Sam Honus, who will drive in and hit the tough runner. As Honus gives Ellis a little 2-0 lead. TMP will push it up the floor as they look to get it to Whitling. Whitling finds Lang underneath. A little hesitation as Beaker with a good closeout on that right low block made it difficult for him to shoot. Lang, who knocked down 3 threes in the loss to Hoxie, gives it up. Left side for Schulte. Back to Lang. It was open. Didn't see it. Decided not to shoot it. So Monarchs continue to swing it from side to side. And now they get an open 3 that swishes home for Jackson Schulte. And TMP leads 3-2 on that Schulte 3. Picks up right where he left off. Had 22 in the matchup with Hoxie and has scored in double figures in all but 1 game this season. Jimenez on the other end. Drives cut off on the drive by Seib, as he'll work left side. Fricky, the lefty, will fire a 3. That one's halfway down and it's spun out. And Dylan Worth down with a rebound as TMP will look to push up the floor. Lang got bumped into by Fricky. And it's the first foul on Ellis as Fricky called for that foul on the open floor.
That was on the Railroaders, number 23, Brady Fricky.
3-2 the lead. TMP with 6:49 to go here in this opening quarter. Monarchs get it into Worth, who hands it for Schulte, who can't rattle it home. Pretty good look from about 15 feet, but couldn't convert. And now Ellis will come the other way. Fricky right side on a pass for Honus, had to track it down as good defense by Whitling. Now he'll hand it for Jimenez, scoring just shy of 9 points per contest for the Railers out of that point guard spot. Fricky, their leading scorer, at 6.5 to go here in this opening quarter. He's going to fire a 3 on a handoff for Jimenez. Too strong ball. He is going to be tracked down by Lucas Lang up the floor to Whitling. Whitling working on Honus, goes up and banks it home. Jace Whitling gives TMP a 5-2 lead as he was able to beat everybody down the floor and get his first field goal to go. So good job by Lang on the outlet, and that allowed Whitling to beat the defense down the floor as Daniel Eck misses a 3. Beaker kept it alive and going to save it as Seib, who will save it for Worth, and now TMP can come back the other way. Good play for Seib to save it, and now a turnover. TMP tried to force it for Dylan Worth inside, and it was knocked away by Beaker. It'll be a good matchup to keep an eye on inside as Beaker working against the much longer sophomore, and now a blocked shot as it was Honus who had it blocked and he hit the deck. Worth with a mean block on the other end, and then a layup no good, but it's there. It's Worth there for the follow. Schulte missed it with the left hand, but Worth, who blocked that shot, follows at home, and TMP leads now 7-2. They're able to get that offensive rebound on the follow under 5.5 to go here in this opening quarter. Left side, Jimenez will drive, cut off, finds Daniel Eck with it. Eck, little hesitation, he'll pull up from 2 and knock it down. Long jumper for Daniel Eck. He averages more than 12 points a contest and is their second leading scorer as he makes it 7-4. TMP leads by 3. Driving in, can't bank it home as Whitlingham follows it, can't get it to go, and they're going to call a foul on Worth. Whitling had 2 really good looks inside, got his own miss on one of them, and then they call Worth for up and over the top of Beaker inside. And so Worth will pick up his first foul. Monarchs will go to the bench and get Trenton Romey, Gavin Unrein, and Cade Harris all into the contest. With under 4 minutes to play here in this first quarter. TMP leads by 3. It's 7-4. Fricky, left side for Eck. He'll take the long 3 on the baseline. Missed it. Trenton Romey muscles down his first rebound of the contest. And TMP again looks to push. Lang will go to Harris, left side, give it back to Lang. Not Unrein. Gavin was open, couldn't shoot it. Kicks it inside for Harris. Now to Schulte, back to Unrein, left wing. Monarchs find Schulte with it on that right side. Here's Gavin Unrein. Gavin wearing the long sleeves, kicks it around the perimeter, gave it up, now got it back. Gavin's going to put it on the deck, drive in, good jump stop, powers it up, missed it. He'll follow his own shot home though. Gavin Unrein sticking with it, got the offensive rebound and followed it home. And TMP now leads 9-4 following the good play by Unrein with a 4-10 and counting here in this first half. And now Schulte will foul Eck, who spun to the baseline. Got those arms down across Daniel Eck's shooting arms. And so Eck will shoot a couple of free throws on the second team foul on TMP. Eck's first free throw, too strong. Eck's a 90% free throw shooter coming in. How about that? 9 of 10, and then he misses that one. Hayden Brown will check in for TMP. They bring Bryce Sy back in as Schulte and Lang check out. So the lineup now is Seib, Unrein, Brown, Romey, and Harris. Eck to shoot the second free throw, and he knocks it down. So Eck goes 1 of 2, 3 at the line for him, and it's 9-5. TMP with the lead. Carson North will check in for the first time for Ellis. TMP shooting down to our left here in this first half. Those home whites. Seib across the timeline as they'll run Harris left side, now to Brown. Hayden's pass right side for Seib. Working against Eck, drives in and muscles up the shot. Good job to get that bucket to go for Seib. And the lead is 11-5. And the bucket for Bryce Seib got past the taller defender. And Daniel Eck was able to score it anyway. Good strength that time for Seib. And now we're going to get a hand check. It's Gavin Unrein working against Daniel Eck. It's the first on Unrein. That hand check where you get the extended bar arm, the hand, the forearm, whatever it is, on the ball handler. It's going to be called a foul for the most part all year long, especially here in the Mid-Continent League. Ellis back the other way. Sam Honus hesitates, hands it for Daniel Eck. Eck guarded by Unrein, works the spin move to the baseline, puts up the shot and scores it. That's a tough play to defend. Eck has 5 in the game, 11-7 on a great move on a back down. Working against Gavin Unrein for Daniel Eck. TMP gives it for Brown. Hayden's open, straight on. He'll fire the 3 and bury it. Hayden Brown with his first field goal. 14-7. Timeout taken on the floor by Ellis as TMP is on top by 7 on the Hayden Brown 3. At 14-7. It's the second 3 of the first half for TMP. So the Monarchs get a 3 from Schulte, a 3 from Hayden Brown. Part of this little 14-7 run to start the contest with 3:02 to go here in this first half. So great start for TMP. And I like what you see from the Monarchs offensively here early on. Our game brought to you in part in this one by State Glass Company, Thomas More Prep Marian, Jeff Darrell, and Linda Seibel at Edward Jones and Hayes and Paul Wurtenberger Construction. Earlier tonight, of course, the TMP Lady Monarchs come away with that good victory, which they pulled away for a 56-38 win. And now we're going to get a blocking foul on the backcourt as Jimenez and Cade Harris get tied up. Pretty good defense for Harris as Jimenez worked against him. It'll be the first on Harris, and it's the 4th team foul Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter, 14-7. TMP has the lead. Ellis back with the basketball. Fricky's back in there. He'll drive left side and score it. Brady Fricky, his first field goal is 14-9 in favor of the Monarchs. Hayden Brown, who just hit that three, will give it up to Unrein. Gavin in between the circles calls out the play with 2.5 to go first quarter. Side will come get it and set up the offense for the Monarchs in white. Left side for Harris. Finds Brown, and now they go right side for Side. Side. And now we're going to get a 3-second call on TMP. Could have been Romy, could have been Unrein. It was Unrein. It was a quick count. Either way, it's a TMP turnover. It's their second. Monarchs will bring 4 faces into the contest, so they go back to the starting 5. Whitling, Seib, Worth, Schulte, and Lang, the 5 out there. Ellis will bring Zach Scheel in for the first time. Jimenez, along with Fricky, Scheel, Danielek, and Beaker, the 5 on the floor. TMP leads by 5 at 14-9. 2:10 to go here in this first quarter. Scheel working against Schulte. Nearly traveled with it as he picks up his dribble. Now needs some help. Finds Jimenez with it, guarded by Side. Jimenez, the lefty, will put it on the floor. Kick it right side for a fellow lefty, and Fricky drives in, left the floater short, got his own rebound, and kicks it out as Jimenez will set his feet, fire the 3, and knock it down. 14-12 on the Tyson Jimenez 3. They're back within 2. First field goal of the game for Jimenez, who averages just shy of 9 points per contest. Schulte, guarded by the shorter Jimenez, hands it for Lang. Lang kicks it Seib, and now baseline Whitling. Whitling one dribble and back to Bryce. Seib, as they work in between the circles, Schulte takes a peek at Coach Mayer on the sideline, and now we'll hand it for Seib with 1:29 to go here in this first quarter. Bounce pass right side for Lang. They find a cutting Whitling. Whitling will go into Beaker. They call an offensive foul. So on Tuesday, it's not a foul, just for the record. Is it a foul? Probably. On Tuesday, it wasn't. So a turnover and the first foul for Whitling. So he turned and banged into the defender Beaker and picks up the foul. TMP with their 3rd turnover here in the first quarter. And here's a pull-up jumper right side that ties the ball game at 14 for Brady Fricky. When he gets going, he's a dangerous player here for the Railers. Pass over the top, stolen away. Fricky took that one away. TMP with their 4th turnover here the early going. Fricky goes the other end and takes it in for the layup. 16 now, 16-14 on the bucket for Fricky as Fricky scored 6, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Taken, Beaker may have got hit in the face. Looking for look a little, maybe some blood here as Carson North will check in. TMP will also go to the benches. Kate Harris will check in for Bryce Side. Fricky with 6 quick points here in this first quarter with 47 seconds to go in this first quarter. TMP trails now by 2 at 16-14. Monarchs led by 7 at 14-7. Ellis now able to reel off 9 in a row to take a 2-point lead. Lang finds Schulte off a screen. Hesitation. He'll go down to the left side and finish with the left-handed layup. Schulte all the way to the bucket. 5 for him, and the game tied at 16 as Schulte knifes into the lane and gets that bucket to go. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A little hesitation for Honus as he works across from the left to the right and gives it up for Fricky. Fricky's got 6 here in the last couple of minutes as he has found his rhythm after he checked out early. Back it up, call for a double screen. And now he turns it down with 10 seconds to go, guarded by Lang. And now the screen will come late here with 7. Fricky stops, kicks it left side for Eck. Daniel will drive in, free throw line, pulls up for the jumper and swishes it home at the end of the first quarter clock. 18-16 on Daniel Eck's field goal to beat the buzzer. Ellis on top by 2 as we head to the second quarter of the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy. So get the bucket by Schulte that made it 3-0. The bucket by Hayden Brown that made it 14-7. And then the bucket by Schulte that tied it at 16. We'll play that one. Three, 5, 7, 14, 16. 6. 8, 9, 10, 11. What? 6, 8, 9, 17. One quarter of action. Ellis, thanks to that bucket at the end of the quarter, has Ellis on top by 2. Ellis erased a 7-point deficit at 14-7. And would outscore TMP as the Monarchs get it quickly inside to Worth. Dylan missed the shot, but Jace Whitley down with a rebound. He will go up with some contact, miss it, rebound, fought for it, still on the deck, picked up by Cade Harris. Good job by TMP as they kept with it and were able to pick up that offensive rebound as the Monarchs battled on the inside. Now Schulte will drive again, hangs in and gets it to go. Tough shot for Schulte, who's got 7, tied again at 18 as he was able to hit that little runner and tie this ball game with 7.5 to go here in this first half. Jimenez back the other way for Ellis. TMP led by 7 at 14-7. Ellis then would outscore TMP 11-2 to end that first quarter. Diving in a Shield, stops in the lane, had it poked away and stolen from behind as it will be stolen by Schulte. Jackson will go to the other end and lay it home. Schulte with 4 quick points, 9 in the game, and TMP leads 20-18 on back-to-back field goals for Schulte as he forces the third Ellis turnover. Fricky spins into Lang, all sorts of contact, and they call an offensive foul.
Fouls on the Raiders, number 23.
The turnover and the second foul on Fricky. He just turned his back and tried to back into Lang and slam into him. And he's called for the offensive foul. It's a player control foul. And again, Tuesday night, that's probably not a foul at Hoxie, but this is a different officiating crew. Harris nearly double dribbled with it. He'll play it right side for Lang. They dump it inside for Worth, who draws a double team. Will just go up over and score it anyway. 4 in the game for Worth, 22-18, as Dylan was able to get that one to go against a double team. He's got the advantage inside. Gotta get him the basketball. Right side, Shield gives it now to Daniel X. Stops. Got free for a moment, finds Beaker. He'll slide down the lane, got Worth off his feet, but can't score it. Worth just his length affected that shot, pulled down the rebound, and here they come. Lang will race up the near sideline, kicks it for Cade Harris. They swing it right side for Schulte. Schulte finds a cutting. Lang underneath, missed the shot, but Worth again down with a rebound. He'll go up, have it blocked by Beaker, but sticks with it and scores it. Worth now with 4 straight, 24-18, as Worth just kept with it. Beaker did get that block shot, but it didn't matter. He just stuck with it. That's got to be something TMP does here in this ball game. They have the advantage inside. They can continue to force feed Worth, the big sophomore, inside. Shield got free, got Schulte off balance, and then missed the shot. Worked down with a rebound. TMP will race into the front court. Following the 6th Worth free throw or rebound, missed 3 by Schulte. Harris with the offensive rebound, gets it to Willing, and he'll score. 26-18. Harris on a couple of different times has kept the ball alive. This time it's Willing who got free. He has 4, and Cade just stuck with it for TMP. We've seen him do that a couple of times now. 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Eck working against Lang will hand it off for Jimenez. Jimenez got tangled up with Harris, but got free and was able to find Shield. Shield right side for Honus. Honus little hesitation. Now needs some help as he hands it for Jimenez. The lefty will fire the 3 and swish it. Second first half 3 for Jimenez. He has 6, 26-21. Other end, TMP misses the run out for Schulte, but an offensive rebound for Worth, and he can't finish inside. And then Eck is bumped by Schulte from behind. And Schulte will pick up kind of a cheapie. It's his second, as Ellis was bringing in some subs, and they all run onto the floor before the official could call the foul. TMP had 2 good looks inside, but couldn't quite convert. Schulte will stay in the ball game, picking up his second. TMP already has 6 team fouls. It's 26-21 following that Jimenez 3 a moment ago. He's got it guarded by Hayden Brown, who's back in. Gavin Unrein in there as well. They find Jimenez, who cuts in and scores it. Scored it over Romy, 26-23, as Trenton was back into the contest. Jimenez with 5 quick points has 8. Wide open is side. Bryce will fire the 3, left it short, and the rebound back the other way. That's something Saib has struggled to do from 3, or shoot the ball from 3. He's over. Monarchs will bring Lang back in for TMP. He'll replace Schulte. And Sam Honas checks back in for Ellis. TMP leads 26-23. Also in for the first time is Caden Solario, the senior for Ellis. He's got it here on the right side, ball above his head, guarded by Saib. Nada Jimenez, he's filling it with 5, straight little crossover. The lefty kicks it left side for Sam Honas. Honas will drive in and an offensive, nope, they're gonna call a foul on TMP. Like for a moment, they could have called Lang to let him play, or rather to let him play through it or call it on Honas, but they call Lang on the arm, and so 2 free throws. Monarchs will be over the limit. And the first free throw for Honas is too strong. Monarchs lead 26-23. Just 4 minutes to go here in this first half. Second free throw is good for Honas. Honas a 50% free throw shooter, and right at stays true to that. Makes 1 of 2, 26-24. Aiden Brown running the point. He'll get it to Unrein. High post, they dump it for Trenton Romy, who goes in and scores with the left hand. Romy was able to score 28-24 on the first field goal for Romy in the contest. 3:35 to play here in the first half. As Eck, who's back in, thought about a step back 3, nearly turned it over. He threw it to Honas, who wasn't ready for it, but it was tracked down by Solario, who got it right back to Eck. Jimenez has it as he'll drive, got up into the air, kicks it for Honas. Sam guarded tightly by Hayden Brown, picked up his dribble, and now to Daniel Eck with it. Eck will drive, tries to hang and hit the shot, and he does over Gavin Unrein. Tough shot, 28-26 as Daniel Eck was able to score it. Eck now into double figures. He has 11 in the contest. Hayden Brown nearly turns it over. In fact, he will, as him and Eck battle for the loose ball, and Brown will be called for the foul. Monarchs turn it over, and then Brown picks up his first, but it's the 8th team foul, so 1-1 with 3:04 to go. Monarchs over the limit, and that'll send Eck to the free throw line while he'll shoot the 1-1. Monarchs will bring Harris and Whitling back into the contest. Beaker checks back in for Ellis. And the first Eck free throw, too strong, and Cade Harris will track it down for TMP. Harris already with 3 rebounds. That's a new career high for him. Outlet up the floor. Lang's open. Can't hit the 3. Solario will leak out, pull down the rebound, and he looks to push for Ellis up that left sideline. They didn't have numbers, so they'll stop and set it up. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. TMP leads 28-26. Eck right side fires a 3, left it short, and the rebound down to Jace Whitling. That one kind of hung up into the air for a moment, and Jace tracks it down. TMP pushes up the floor to Lang. Now with Saib and Whitling. Whitling out around the perimeter, left side for Cade Harris. Harris for TMP will take it out in between the circles and call out the play. 2:25 to go here in this first half. TMP's got a 2-point lead. Saib with it left side. Saib dribbles, top of the key, left side for Lang. Monarchs get it to the high post for Whitling. Jace will slide down the lane, have it knocked away and stolen by Ellis. As Jimenez will lead it up the floor. Left side, they go 3-on-1. Jimenez nearly missed the layup, got it to go. Tyson Jimenez with 10, and we're tied at 28 again, as he was able to get that field goal following the 7th TMP turnover. Monarchs with Saib, and a great pass to Trenton Romy, who scores and gives TMP back the lead at 30-28 on a pass. Trenton Romy from Saib. That's 30-28, TMP back on top. Monarchs had led 26-18. Ellis then goes on a 10-2 run. Here's Jimenez for 3, left it short. Lang will come down with a rebound. Pretty good look for Jimenez on this right side, but couldn't quite convert, and now the Monarchs with Lang across the timeline. 1:25 to play here in this first half. Monarchs to Whitling. Jace at the elbow, he's open, he'll fire the shot too strong. Rebound tipped by Romy, then they play just kind of hot potato with it as Harris and Beaker both hit the deck, but both pop back up and come back the other way. Jimenez running the point. 1:05 to go here in this first half. TMP leads by 2 at 30-28. Right side, Solario cut off on the baseline. He'll pull up for the step back jumper, too strong, and Whitling down with a rebound. Hands it for Harris. Cade will race up that far sideline. And now stop and pick up his dribble. And now they'll set up the offense with 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Lang drives inside and scores it with a chance on a three-point play. Beaker tried to draw the offensive foul and flopped a little bit. Lang slid by him and scores it anyway, 32-28. Lang's headed to the free throw line for a chance at one more. It's the first bucket for Lang in the contest. Worth returns for TMP. As Lang will go to the free throw line for the first time. And the free throw is too strong, and Eck down with his third rebound of the contest. 32-28 in favor of TMP. That foul, by the way, the first on Matthew Beaker. It's only the third Ellis foul. TMP has 18 fouls, 3 called on Ellis here in this first half. Coach Eck and company down to our left called for one shot here in the final quarter. As Ellis and those Road Blacks shooting down to our left, trying to play keep away here for the final now 20 seconds of this first half. TMP leads by 4, 32-28. So they run the little weave, handing it off for Jimenez. Lang closing out as the Monarch faithful come to life here. Jimenez traveled with it. They missed it. Here's a long pass stolen away by Harris on the left side. Cade with 4. He'll run to the other end. The layup is good with a second left here in this first half as TMP will go to the break leading 34-28 on the steal and layup by Cade Harris. TMP on top at halftime by that 6-point margin at 34-28 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications. When you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes Kalon, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements. Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball. Your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HayesPost.com.
At halftime, the TMP boys lead the Ellis Railroaders 34-28 as we welcome you back into Albilinger Fieldhouse, joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. And Coach, congratulations. Your girls were able to pick up a very nice win earlier tonight, got out to that hot start in which it seemed like the basket was the size of the ocean, and you were able to pull away and then hold off a late rally.
Yeah, we were intense and we were focused to start the game. Thought the girls played an excellent first half. Lost a little of that intensity in the third quarter, but the fourth quarter they came back and played a lot better again.
For your group, we talk about how good offensively Emily and Grace Eck were, and it seemed like defensively your group was up to the challenge as they were able to hold them in check. I know Grace got hers, but still held them in check.
Yeah, Grace did score some baskets on us. We held Emily. We were going to try and make some of those other girls beat us, but we were guarding them as well. And overall, I thought we played really well on them. I mean, they're both really good basketball players. I mean, and they just go and go and go and go. It's like you'd think they would get tired, but they just kept coming. We had a nice lead there in the beginning, and that team didn't give up, and so I thought they played hard, and, they came back and gave a little run there right at the end of the third quarter, but our girls responded in the fourth.
Really balanced attack for your group, too. What did you see from them that allowed that? It seemed like everybody felt like, that they offensively were in a rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, especially there at the beginning, we were hitting from the inside, outside. This is a game I thought we had the size advantage inside. Thought we had dominated there, but our guards, our 3 starting guards were all in double figures, knocking down shots from the outside. They were trying to double a little bit inside, and, Megan stepped up and hit some big threes. Sophia and Kylie, they all shot really well. So that's just really nice to see. Obviously, when you take one part away, we can have another part of our game. Obviously,
don't know who you'll play yet in the MCL tournament, but out to a 7-1 start for your group, it seems like playing with a lot of confidence heading into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, there's always things out there, we got to get a little better at finishing out games a little stronger sometimes, but the league's tough. There's a lot of good teams we haven't seen yet, and on any given night, we got teams that can knock off other teams, so this was good to play at home and get a first win here in the pit, and so we're looking forward to next week.
All right, well, congratulations on the victory, and we'll chat with you next week.
Thank you.
Once again, Coach Rosa McFarland's group comes away with that good win here tonight as they beat the Ellis Lady Railers as they pull away for the victory. They move to 7-1 on the season, 3-0 in the Mid-Continent League. Again, that final earlier tonight for TMP, they win 56-38. We're back with more of our halftime show here. At halftime, the TMP boys on top of Ellis by 6 at 34-28 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Lawn, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on Discount Siding.
Railroaders, that was a good first half for both teams. Kind of a back and forth, a game of runs. TMP would open the game on a 7-2 run, led by 5 there. Led by 5 a handful of times in the first half, and then led by 7 at 14-7 on a Hayden Brown 3. But then Ellis would answer back. They would score 9 straight to take a 2-point lead at 19-16. Jackson Schulte tied the game at 16. And then a bucket at the buzzer by Daniel Eck right before the buzzer puts Ellis on top after 1 by 2 at 18-16. Monarchs would open the second quarter on a 10-0 run to lead 26-18. Ellis then would answer with a 10-2 run of their own, tying the game at 28. Monarchs score the final 6 points of the first half to lead 34-28. Real quickly, scoring balanced attack across the way for TMP. 9 for Jackson Schulte, but he dealt with some foul trouble there in that first half. Dylan Worth with 6, Trenton Romey with 4, Bryce Seib with 2, Gavin Unrein with 2, Jace Wintling with 4, Hayden Brown with 3, Kate Harris with 2, and Lucas Lang with 2 in the contest as well. For the Ellis Railroaders, they're led by the 11 of Daniel Eck, Tyson Jimenez with 10. They get 6 from Brady Fricky on that first quarter. He also dealt with foul trouble. Sam Honus with 1 in that first half. Here at halftime, TMP on top 34-28 over the Ellis Railroaders. Back with the second half after this from Al Billinger Fieldhouse on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Back on our Eagle Radio Digital Marketing Halftime Show. Is your business ready to advertise on Facebook, Google, or any of the other popular places online, but you just don't know where to start? Give Eagle Radio a call. And let our group of Eagle Radio professionals help you at 301-2211. Here at the break, the TMP-Marian Monarch boys on top of Ellis by the score of 30-4-28. Monarchs there in that first half. As I mentioned, led by the 9 of Schulte, but Jackson was in foul trouble. That allowed the Monarchs to really balance attack the rest of the way there in that first half. They were able to maintain now a 6-point lead here at the break. Of course, TMP, after falling to 5-2, after that loss to Hoxie on Tuesday, will be in action tomorrow, part of the feather bracket games of the MCL tournament, and they will get the Smith Center Redmond. Ellis out of the timeout, shooting down in front of their bench, down to our left here in this second half of the basketball. As Fricky left side kicks it for Sam Honus. Honus will drive into the lane, rise up, left it short. Good defense by Willing. Had a good checkout, leads to a rebound for TMP. Side, the long outlet pass from Schulte finds Worth inside, and they score. TMP leads 36-28. That's a perfect fast break as Worth was able to get free. Willing with good defense on one end, and then Sime down with a rebound. Schulte forces it up the floor. That was a picture perfect, and now near turnover as Fricky lost it but got it back as Lang had fallen down, and it's 36-30. TMP leading here by 6. Fricky with 8 in the contest. Again, he dealt with foul trouble there in that first half. As Wentling will get it back, Jace misses the floater, and Worth goes up and over the top of Beaker. Wentling left it a little bit short, and the foul will be on Dylan Worth. It's his second, so that's something to keep an eye on. Worth, it's not a lot in the girls' game too, where the bigger post player for TMP just needs to be patient and not try and go up and over the top of the smaller defender, offensive player or the rebounders. Jimenez misses a 3. That was halfway down and it skipped out. Worth already with 8 rebounds in the contest as they move it up the floor. Right side for Lang. He'll fire the 3 that skips off, and Worth nearly went up and over the top of the rebounder as well. Again, as Fricky will come out of there with it. His first rebound of the contest. He looks for a 3 of his own, missed it short, and Worth down with a rebound. Worth has 9 rebounds. Him and Wentling battling on the inside that time. And now Side will drive in, pick up his dribble, need some help as he's able to kick it out for Jackson Schulte. 6:25 to go here in this third quarter. TMP leads by 6. Wentling got free and an offensive foul. Left side, he kind of short-armed the layup, and Beaker rotated over and draws the offensive foul. That's one of those things where it's inside the lane and inside the block, and Jace just went a little bit too far underneath. It's the second on Wentling, so that we'll keep an eye on that. Wentling, Schulte, and now Worth all with 2, and TMP quick 2 fouls here in this third quarter. 6:12 to go, third quarter, and Monarchs lead by 6 at 36-30. Eku had a nice first half, gives it up for Brady Fricky. Fricky guarded by Lang, got a screen, kicks it out. Here's a 3 for Jimenez that is too strong, and the rebound down for Dylan Worth, and a chance here for TMP to push. By my count, that's 10 rebounds for Worth, as the Monarchs will get it to Sime across the timeline. Sime picks up his dribble. They lob it inside for Worth, had it knocked away, but got it back Working against Beaker. He'll turn and bank it home. That's a good move by the sophomore as he turned into the lane. 11 in the game for Worth. 38-30. Worth has got 4 straight for TMP. They lead by 8 with 5.5 to go here in the third. Eck at the high post will find Fricky. Fricky drives. Passes it off to the left side as he gets it to Jimenez. Jimenez finds Beaker, and then Jimenez down with a rebound. He threw it away. Whitling with a steal. Jakes will go to the other end and lay it home. 40-30. Timeout taken by Ellis as TMP with their largest lead here of the game at 10. Following that turnover by Ellis, the Monarchs lead by 10 at 40-30 with 5:14 to play here in the third as they're able to get that bucket. And again, Monarchs have built a 10-point lead. It's their largest lead of the contest. Our game brought to you in part by Master Cleaners, Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal, Insurance Planning, and Ellis County Abstract and Title. 5:14 to play here in the third. TMP out to a 10-point lead. This was a back and forth affair and has been the entire time, but it kind of stays with that. You look at the different runs TMP has, or you can go back to the first quarter. Ellis has an 11-2 run. TMP answered with a 10-0 run. Ellis would answer with a 10-2 run, and now TMP is on a 12-2 run going back to the first half. So you feel like these two teams just continue to kind of yo-yo and seesaw back and forth, and the Monarchs have built a 10-point lead at 40-30. On Rhine, Hayden Brown and Cade Harris check into the contest for TMP, leaving Worth and Schulte out there. Meanwhile, Ellis will go with the same 5 they had out there of Beaker, Honus, Fricky, Jimenez, and Eck, the 5 on the floor. Jimenez guarded by Brown into the front court. Daniel Eck's got it left side, looking for Honus off a screen. Now to Fricky with it right side. He finds Jimenez straight on top of the key. Jimenez got a screen from Honus. TMP switches on him as Jimenez picks up his dribble. He's in trouble. We'll get it off to Honus. Honus, as TMP continues to switch in a little hesitation. Honus with a fall-away jumper. That little fall-away kick-out jumper buries it. 40-32. TMP races down the other end with Schulte, and he scores. Jackson Schulte beat everybody to the other end, 42-32. As Schulte adds to his double-digit scoring totals this year. He's got 11 now in the contest. Driving in is Jimenez with the left-handed, scores around Brown. Tough shot for Jimenez, who has 12, 42-34. Kevin Unrein was open on the other end for TMP, can't shoot it, finds Harris. He'll kick it for Brown as Hayden's 3 halfway down and out, and the rebound is ripped down by Sam Honus. That one was halfway down and it just kicked out. And Honus down with his first rebound of the contest. Sam into the front court and hangs it, hits again. 42-36 with 4 minutes to go here in the third. As Honus now with 3 in the contest. Schulte missed the jumper. Unrein down with a rebound and then gets hit from behind and has it blocked out of bounds and no call, and he kind of sits on his rear end in a look of defeat or a look of disgust because it sure looked like he got shoved from behind on his attempt back up, or on his attempt to pull down that rebound, but they don't call it. So the block shot by Beaker keeps it with TMP. It's the second block for Beaker of this contest. And now an offensive foul called on TMP. Harris called for an illegal screen. And TMP with their 8th turnover. It'll be the second foul on Harris. It's the third team foul for TMP. 3:50 to go here in the third. Monarchs lead is 6 at 42-36. TMP led just a moment ago by 10. Fricky for Eck. Lost it, but tracks it back down. He picked up his dribble here to the left side for Honus. Now to Jimenez. Jimenez will hand it for Fricky. Fricky cut off on the drive. Hands it for Eck. He got to the elbow. Eck will rise and fire halfway down and out. And Gavin Unrein rips down the rebound. Unrein with the outlet up the floor. Lang finds Harris. Harris got to the baseline, then lost it. Taken away. Turnover TMP. It's the 9th of the contest. And Jimenez with a floater on the other end. Can't finish. And Harris down with his 4th rebound for TMP. Long outlet up the floor to Hayden Brown. Left side Hayden got by the defender. Now stops into a double team for Unrein. They'll force it inside for Worth. Spins away from the double team. Missed it. Cade Harris down with a rebound. Kicks it for Unrein. Unrein will drive in and have the floater go halfway down and out. Now Hayden Brown down with an offensive rebound as TMP continues to crash the glass. It's a Lang 3 that goes, and then a foul called as Lang buries the 3. The three is good for Lang, and then they call a foul on the block out on Cade Harris. So the three will count. It'll be 45-36, 9-point TMP lead on the three by Lang. And then they get the foul on Harris. That'll be the third on Cade. Monarchs battling on the inside. We're able to keep it alive just long enough to get a kick out three. Seibel check in for TMP. Wentling, Romy, Lang, and Unrein, the five on the floor for the Monarchs. Defensively, Ellis shooting down to our left as Fricky will work against Lang. Got up into the air, kicks it over the top for Jimenez. Jimenez will drive past Seibel, but knocked away on a blocked shot. It's blocked out of bounds from behind by Unrein. And then Unrein as Jimenez went tumbling into the hallway. Like he was a little bit banged up. Unrein helps him back up. Shield will check into the contest for Ellis as Jimenez will check out of the contest. Right side, Fricky's open on the inbounds. He'll shoot the three, left it short. Rebound is on the deck as it's Honus who's down and he's slow to get up. Now TMP will get a steal as Unrein forced the turnover. Lang with the outlet up to Unrein who will leave it for Seib. Now they kick it left wing. Here's Lang. He'll take the three, left it short. And the rebound to Eck, and then a touch foul on a rebound called on Unrein. Honus was slow to get up. He did eventually get up, and they will check him out of the ball game as Jimenez checks in. Looks like he's all right. As Jimenez will return to the lineup. Monarchs had a good look at a Lang three, but couldn't get it to go on the scramble. And Ellis trailing by 9 at 45-36, back with the basketball. TMP back on the defensive end. Eck gives it up for Carson North, who's back in. Now to Jimenez, guarded by Seib, his pass left side for Eck. Eck will drive to the elbow, now cut off, needs some help in the lane, finds Fricky, goes up with the left hand, can't score it over Lang, and Lucas down with a rebound. He'll push up the floor to Wentling. Jay steps by the defender, can't bank it home. Romy kept it alive, but right into the hands of Brady Fricky, and Fricky will outrun everybody up the floor, then throw it away. Good play by Lang, but he can't save it. Fricky looked like he was going to take it all the way to the other end, but Lang kind of baited him into making that pass, and then Lucas knocked it out of bounds. So it stays with the Monarchs. Right side, Eck's going to take the three. That's short, and the rebound down to Shields. Zach Shield then had it stripped by TMP's Bryce Seib, and it'll be an Ellis turnover. It's the 7th turnover of the contest for Ellis. Monarchs push up the floor. Lang finds Unrein, dumps it inside for Romy, and it's a little bit short and stolen. Good play by Carson North, the force the 10th TMP turnover of the contest. Eck working against Unrein, spins again to the baseline. This time he left it short, and the rebound pulled down by Wentling. And then they call an intentional foul on Jace Wentling. Behind the play, they say he tried to trip an Ellis Railroader, and Jace is trying to lobby that he didn't do it. The official says he tried to trip him. It was going to be TMP basketball. And so now free throws in the basketball for Fricky. He'll knock down the free throw. 9 in the game for Fricky. It's also the 6th team foul on TMP. That's a huge call. You didn't see it because it was behind the play. Fricky now with 10. And it's 45-38. They also get the basketball. We'll have to see if we can track down that play. Like I said, it happened behind the play, so we didn't see it. With 1:09 to play here in the third quarter. Ellis back within 7 at 45-38 following the 2 free throws. That was also the 11th TMP turnover. There's Fricky. He'll fire a left side deep 3, and he airballed it out of bounds. Ball back to TMP. After the shot out of bounds by Fricky, Beaker will replace North for Ellis. Solario still in there for Ellis. Monarchs with Seib, Wentling, Lang, Worth, and Schulte, the 5 on the floor. Seib drives, left side for Schulte. They post up Worth, and he can't get it as Beaker did a great job and knocked it away. It's a turnover for TMP, their 12th. Jimenez will bring it into the front court. Fricky has it right side, guarded by Lang. Now for Solario. Solario hands it on that right wing for Jimenez. Got up into the air, kicks it out for Zach Scheel. Scheel back into the contest. Backdoor cut and an offensive foul as Solario tried to move Whitling out of the way, and the ball will go back the other way. It's the 8th foul on Ellis. TMP will get it back. So that foul is the first. 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter. TMP will get it back. Lang traveled with it. He was waiting for the looked like it was Whitling who he thought was going to stay out there. Instead, Jace cut away from the basketball. Sam Hodes will return to the lineup. Ian Chu also checks in for TMP. First time that Chu's checked into the contest. Monarchs will Seib extend the pressure just a little bit with 10 here in the third. 45-38, TMP with the lead. Jimenez right side. Got a screen from Fricky. Got up into the air, leaves it for Fricky with some contact, scores it, and he'll beat the buzzer. 5-point TMP lead as we head to the fourth quarter at 45-40 following the bucket by Fricky on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy. So... get that. No, I forgot. The bucket by Worth that made it 36-28. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot there. It was kind of herky-jerky. So why won't YouTube load our stream? Because I want to see that play. TMP leads by 5 as we head to the fourth quarter as they lead the Ellis Railroaders by the score of 45-40. Welcome you back in here to our fourth quarter of action. Monarchs will have the basketball to start out this fourth quarter leading. Worth was trying to post up on the right side. Instead, they'll find Schulte flashing to the top of the key. Too strong. Rebound tipped by Fricky. And it's Sam Hodes who will come away with it. Ellis have cut the deficit to 5 as they finish that third quarter, outscoring TMP 8-3 to cut the deficit to 5. Eck working against Schulte, picked up his dribble. Not a Sam Hodes. Hodes nearly double dribbled with it as he tried to slide down the right side of the lane. Kicks it for Jimenez. Tyson working against Lang. Got to some space, missed the left-handed shot. Then Beaker can't follow it home. And Worth down with his rebound. Good job by Worth to come away with that rebound after Beaker had a point-blank look at it. Worth at a double figures with rebounding now as well. And a double-double for the sophomore Worth. 11 points to go along with his 11 rebounds. Now he's going to work inside, forces up the shot and missed it. Ellis then tipped it out of bounds, and it'll stay with TMP. Just under 7 minutes to play here in this ball game. TMP leading by 5 at 45-40. Monarchs have the basketball. So they shoot down to our right here in this second half. Seib finds a backdoor wide open Whitling who bobbled it right into the hands of Worth. Whitling will get an assist, 13 in the game for Worth. It's 47-40 as Worth was able to catch that bobble from Whitling and got the layup to go. TMP leads again by 7 with 6.5 to go in the contest. Fricky has it left side for Hodes. Hodes trying to back up Whitling. He'll rise and fire. That one halfway down and it goes back down. Sam Hodes now with 5. 47-40 42 as Honus got that field goal to go. Outside, into the front court, lost his dribble in the lane, gets it back. Worth against Beaker, flips it up, missed the shot. Pretty good look at it, but could not finish inside. And the rebound cleared out of there by Sam Honus, who's got a couple of rebounds here in this second half. 6 minutes to go in the game. TMP's lead is down to 5, and an offensive foul on Honus. He lowered that shoulder just enough, and Whitling will draw the offensive foul. That's the first foul on Honus, the second of the second half, called on Ellis. It's the 9th turnover for Ellis. And for TMP, they have 16 fouls. So the next foul on the Monarchs, they'll be over the limit. Ellis got all sorts of time to work with it as they only have 2 team fouls. Harris, who's in, is wide open. He'll dump it inside for Worth, and he just scores through some contact. 15 for Worth, 49-42. As Worth is able to get good position inside and force up the shot and score. Now Eck working as he nearly traveled with it against Schultz. He tried to back him down and then hits the fall away anyway. Daniel Eck with 13. 49-44. Harris has opened up the floor. Cade won't shoot it. Drives in. Beaker is going to be called for the block. The official started to call a charge, but then he called a block on Beaker. So they call a block on Beaker. It'll be the second. It's the third, and a break for TMP. Left wing, the Monarchs get it for Schulte off a screen. Jackson will knife into the lane, miss the runner. Rebound down to Worth, who scores. Dylan Worth has 17 in the game. Nobody checked him out. Got 12 rebounds in the contest as well. As TMP's lead now is 51-44. Worth has scored 4, or make it 6 straight now for TMP following that field goal. TMP faithful trying to come to life as Lang knocks the ball away from Fricky, and it stays with the Monarchs, or rather stays with the Railers, as Lang knocked that ball out of bounds. 5:02 to go in this one. TMP leads by 7 at 51-44. But you know Ellis has got to run. This has been a game of back and forth runs. Fricky off a screen. He's open. He'll pull up and bury the 3. You knew it was coming. Fricky's got 15. He just needed a little bit of space. 51-47. Monarchs again get it up the floor. Lang missed the shot. Worth kept the rebound alive, though, and a fresh chance for TMP. Lang dumps it for Worth. Draws a double team. Forced it for Harris. Cade muscles up the shot and scores. 53-47. Monarchs keep it alive at an offensive rebound, and they just muscle it up with Harris. He's got 4 in the contest, and the lead grows to 53-47. Monarchs just continue to pull, or rather push it up inside, as here's a jumper by Eck that's short. It rimmed off, and Schulte down with a rebound. As Jackson will go behind his back left side. Fall away jumper is short. Harris kept it alive to Unrein. Unrein put it on the deck, and now they'll reset the offense. Monarchs with another offensive rebound. Schulte left it short, and the rebound cleared out of there by Matthew Beaker, rather. Both teams look like they're a little gassed, and Coach Jack knew it. Both guys, really all 5 on both sides, standing around on that last shot. So a timeout taken by Ellis. 3:55 to go here in this fourth quarter. Game is a 6-point deficit. TMP leads 53-47. You knew it would be a fantastic finish to this one, and it has been so far. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Jeter Law Firm, Adams Brown, and also brought to you by Progressive Physical Therapy. Monarch Sports Network, as always, brought to you by Herman Physical Therapy. They will get you back in the game fast after injury, offering dry needling and deep tissue laser therapy to speed up the healing process. Free consultation, and you'll see your same PT every visit. Herman Physical Therapy, they love helping people. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook. Monarchs in this contest here in this fourth quarter, led by 7 at 47-40, but both teams trading baskets back and forth. That was after Ellis had trailed by 9 in that third quarter, trailed by 10 at 42-32, and at that point they would outscore TMP 8-3 to make it a 5-point TMP lead at 45-40 through 3 quarters, and it's been back and forth throughout this fourth quarter. Out of the Ellis timeout, Daniel Eck has it on a bounce pass left side, guarded by Unrein. They'll get a screen, get to the free throw line, kick it for Fricky. Fricky rises and fires and swishes another one home. Fricky catching fire here in the second half. 18 for him. It's a 3-point TMP lead. Harris to the other end, misses the layup. Had a pretty good look at it with some contact. So it's 53-50 as Fricky to the free throw line on the other end, misses the shot, and Jace Whitling with a good checkout will get it back for TMP following the missed shot. Up the floor, here comes the Monarchs with Lang. On the way, 6 now rebounds for Whitling as Jace goes to work inside and sneaks it up and over the rim. Timeout TMP. Whitling now with 6 in the contest. 55-50 on the bucket for Whitling. Just got it to go. As Dylan Worth will check back in for TMP. They lead by 5. With 3:11 to go here in this fourth period. 51-50. Earlier today, the TMP Lady Monarchs picked up that 56-38 victory. So they have a nice little head of steam heading into the Mid-Continent League tournament, winners of 6 in a row. East High leads Garden City 33-25. That was at halftime, which was 5 minutes ago. We are way ahead of them. Elsewhere at halftime, Phillipsburg on top of Norton 27-20. Couple of scoreboard updates for you. At halftime, Victoria leads Central Plains 35-25. Gonna try and keep you updated on more scores from around the area as we get them. So we're moving right along here in this one tonight. Out of the timeout, TMP in their home whites with Whitling, Worth, Lang, Harris, and Schulte. Ellis with Fricky, Eck, Jimenez, along with Beaker and Honus, the 5 on the floor. 3:05 to go here in this one. TMP leads by 5, 55-50 out of the timeout. Ellis with Jimenez running the points, trying to get it to Honus. Honus hands it for Daniel Eck, guarded by Whitling, picked up his dribble. Fricky off a screen, Ryerson, and buries another 3. Fricky catching fire. Fricky with 21 in the game, 55-53. As Fricky is on fire here in the second half, as he is carrying the Ellis Railroaders here. Lang finds Whitling off a screen. They missed Worth inside. Instead, they'll swing it around left side for Cade Harris. Harris now finds Worth, and he threw it too tall. Good idea. They missed him about 3 different times. He had a mismatch inside, and TMP will turn it over. Monarchs with their 14th turnover, and it's a 2-point TMP lead. At 55-53, Monarchs led by 10 there in the third quarter, 42-32. Jimenez for Honus and Eck. Trying to run Fricky off a screen, but Saib, who just checked back in, is right in his hip pocket. Honus will go get it, try to hand it for Jimenez, but good defense by Lang, and now Honus picked up his dribble. Left high elbow, they go for Beaker. Needs some help. Beaker will kick it back out for Eck, and now to Jimenez with 2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. A 3 gives them the lead. A 2 ties this thing up at 55. Left side, Eck picked up his dribble. Jimenez off a screen, tailing him is Lang. Got to the elbow, now kicks it to the baseline for Beaker. Beaker will kick it back out for Honus with a free throw line too strong, and Worth rips down the rebound. Good defensive sequence for TMP, and Worth comes up with another rebound here in the contest. Side with 1:42 and counting here in this fourth quarter. We'll hand it for Schulte. Now they'll try and keep it away as Lang gave it up to Saib. They'll spread it out with Whitling. Schulte left side. Hesitation. Got by his defender. Bangs into Worth. Can't score it with no foul call, but Whitling tipped it away from the rebounder and kept it alive. Schulte's open. Right side. Jackson will drive in, and they're going to call an offensive foul. That's not an offensive foul. Beaker slid over, was leaning out of the way, and Schulte is going to give it back to Ellis. It'll be the 15th turnover, and the foul is the 3rd on Schulte. 55-53. Following the foul and the turnover, back this way comes Ellis with a chance here to tie or take the lead. Jimenez, left side for Fricky. Fricky finds Honus, bobbled it on the baseline, then lost it out of bounds. It rolls into the Ellis bench, turnover Ellis. TMP with a break. 10 Ellis turnovers. With 1:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. 30-second timeout on the floor. TMP leads here. And now Honus into the TMP bench talking with one of the TMP players, and the officials just stood there and the official says it's his fault. There are 3 of them. I don't know how you let that happen. Honus having words with one of the TMP players. Something you just can't let happen. 55-53, especially after what we had happen last year in this matchup. Is this something you can't let happen? 1:03 to go in the contest. Timeout taken by TMP. They lead by 2 at 55-53. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Next Tech, Midwest Energy, Gibbs Auto Supply, Steel Fabrications, and Heartland Building Center. Neither player is in the right to do what they did, but Monarchs will have it out of the timeouts. So Schulte will key it in right from the Ellis bench out there with Wentling, Seib, Worth, and Lang, the 5 on the floor. Ellis will extend their pressure as Seib will work against Fricky. Seib, the crossover now into the front court, and will hand it for Schulte. Under 1 minute to go in the contest. TMP leads by 2 at 55-53. Seib got away from the defender, now dribbles to the baseline, kicks it back out for Schulte, finds Lang. Lucas is going to fire the 3. It's halfway down and out with 44 seconds to go here in the ball game. Lang had a great look at a 3, but it just rimmed out, and now you need to stop defensively with 36 seconds to play in the contest. Fricky gets a screen from Beaker. Guarded by Seib. They'll take it left side and puts up the floater. Can't bank it home. Schulte down with a rebound. All sorts of contact on that shot, but they let him play. And then Eck will reach in and foul Schulte in the backcourt. Good defense by TMP, but there was all sorts of contact as well.
Fouls on the Railroaders, number 10.
As that foul is on Eck. It is his first, and that's the difference right now. It's a full timeout. It stays with TMP with a timeout as we keep it right here. TMP has been over the limit for the better part of 3 minutes. Ellis only has 4 team fouls. So Ellis, if you're Ellis and Coach Eck, what you're telling your group is go for the steal and be aggressive about it. And if you don't get the turnover, you still got 3 fouls to give before you send TMP to the line. Pretty good defense by Seib on that shot. Fricky, that was a tough shot, but again, pretty good defense as they've let them play a little bit of times here in this contest. Monarchs trying to bounce back from a loss to the top-ranked team, Hoxie, in this Class 2A. Ellis, of course, ranked 7th in 2A. It's 7-0, 3-0 in the Mid-Continent League. Hoxie with their big man inside looks like they're the team to beat in the MCL, but Coach Mayer talked about it. The MCL is so deep and it's so good that you feel like on any given night, anybody can beat anybody. So out of the timeout, Monarchs will go with Worth, Lang, Seib, Wentling. Jimenez, Eck, Honus, Beaker, and Fricky, the 5 on the floor. Monarchs get it into Seib, and it takes him a minute to commit the foul. That's Fricky who will reach in and commit the foul. Of course, he dealt with foul trouble in the first half, but has been on fire and played a lot here without getting in foul trouble here in the second half. Monarchs now get it into Worth. He'll get it to Lang, and they get a foul. So that's team foul number 6 with 16.7 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Beaker with a foul. It's his third. And the Monarchs will bring Worth out. Unrein checks in. And the next foul with 16.7 seconds to go will send TMP to the free throw line. Lang on the inbounds. Will race into the front court. Got some space. We'll kick it right side for Seib. And now we're going to get a... They didn't start the clock, so they stopped the clock. And a break for Ellis. TMP looked like they may have had a chance to burn some more time off the clock. But because the clock didn't stop, they burned 3 seconds off. Official said 3 seconds. So Coach Eck said there should be almost 14 seconds left, but the official says he saw 3 seconds, so that's where he'll put it. At 13.4 seconds, Monarchs get it into Lang, and he's fouled immediately. And now leading by 2 with 12.8 seconds to go. TMP will send Lang to the free throw line. The second time in the ball game to shoot a 1-and-1. That foul is the second called on Daniel Eck, and now they're over the limit. Lang's first free throw is good. TMP leads by 3 at 56-53. Lang with 3 in the contest, so he'll get 1 more. Second free throw for Lang, good. Made them both. 4-point TMP lead at 57-53. Into the front court, Jimenez will hand it for Fricky. Left side 3 is good. Timeout taken by Ellis. 5.5 seconds to go. Brady Fricky makes it a 1-point TMP lead at 57-56 as he buried that 3 from the left side. Fricky, who was in foul trouble and struggled a little bit, in fact, did not score in the second quarter. He now has 24 in the contest, 18 in the second half, including 12 here in the fourth quarter, as he's made 4 threes in the quarter. 5.5 seconds to go. TMP leading by 1 at 57-56. Just saw Lucas Lang bury a couple of free throws for TMP. Gotta expect that Lang will probably be the target again out of the timeout. Lang with Schulte, Wentling, Seib, and Unrein, the 5 on the floor. Unrein's going to key it in. So your first option is to get it to Lang. Or Schulte. Those are the two guys you're focused on getting it as Coach Eck directs traffic. Ellis will extend the pressure. Unrein to key it in. Unrein gets it to Lang. Got a couple of screens. Lang out in front has Wentling. Jake's beat everybody down the floor, and they're going to stop it before the layup for a foul called on Ellis. Brady Fricky will commit the foul on the pass. TMP had a layup with 1.9 seconds to go, but the foul on Fricky will send Lang to the free throw line. Or he'll shoot 1-and-1. First Lang free throw is good. 2-point TMP lead. Lang with 5 in the game. 58-56. Fricky, by the way, now with 4. 1.9 seconds to go. Monarchs look like they're going to double Fricky and not let him catch the basketball. As Lang will shoot the second free throw, and he swishes it home. He's made 4 in a row. 6 for Lang. It's a full 3-point lead at 59-56. Honus to key it in. Finds Fricky. He'll just take the long 3 that comes up off the glass on the basket that hangs over the court, and TMP gets the victory. They win 59-56. That one wasn't going to come close, but TMP able to pull away for the victory. They win 59-56 as the Monarchs will bounce back from that loss to Hoxie. Move to 6-2 on the year, 3-1 in the Mid-Continent League. Ellis falls to 7-1 and 3-1 in the MCL. Again, TMP wins by the final 59-56. Fricky leads all scores for Ellis. He had 24. TMP gets 17 for Dylan Worth and 14 rebounds. Jackson Schulte with 11 into double figures as well. TMP wins by the final in this one of 59-56 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Two fine high schools. Everybody.